All right, welcome back. My name is Omar, and this is the SMR and static stretching for the combative athlete. So, we've covered all the shoulders and the upper body last time. Today, what we're going to focus on is the hip flexor. Now, the hip flexor is what flexes the hip. Now, especially in grapplers, the grapplers have very, very tight hip flexors. So you'll see a lot of the times they walk in this position, right? So the reason being is the hip flexors are extremely tight, and a lot of lower back injuries, a lot of lower back pain due to the hip flexors being extremely tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to alleviate the tension in the hip flexors, which will alleviate the tension in the lower back as well. So we're either going to focus on the hard shell or soft shell. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find the hip flexor. Easiest way of doing that is place your fingers where the hip or where the leg bends. Once I find where the leg bends, I lift my knee up, and as I lift my knee, you will feel that hip flexor activate. Once I feel the muscle is activated, or I have discovered the location of the hip flexor, I'm now going to place either the hard shell or the soft shell ball on the hip flexor. Now, once I find the hip flexor, I'm then going to apply pressure on top of it. I want to make sure that my stomach is nice and tight. I want to base with my legs and my elbows, and whichever hip flexor I'm rolling, I want to make sure that I lift that leg up and I squeeze that butt cheek as tight as I can. If I can squeeze that butt cheek, that will allow that hip flexor to fully stretch, and it will pop out easier to roll on. So I'm going to roll on top of it. I don't need to roll that far or that much. I can apply pressure on it and just hold on to it. It's really up to you. Again, what we're looking for is a minimum of at least 2 minutes of pressure on top of the hip flexor. Now, if you only can do 30 to 45 seconds, that's okay too. 2 minutes is best. I hope you enjoy these short videos on alleviating tension for the combative athlete.